What is up, my family here on YouTube? Today I want to speak to you guys a little bit about Ostarine MK2866, and I got something in my nail. I want to speak to you guys if it's worth it or not. Okay, so as you guys know, SARMs is basically the given choice of route for younger guys to really take the step into the unnatural world, and it's also the preferred method of getting some form of enhancement, either athletically, appearance wise, quality of life wise, from somebody who's trying to avoid pinning or doing testosterone, tren, deca, or whatever harsher oral compounds as well. So if you're new to this channel, I'm going to ask that you guys go hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all the love and support, and from anybody that's been following this channel up until now, it's very much appreciated. And we're gonna stop wasting time and roll that freaking intro. Boom.
Maybe it's a new beginning, maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know there's no going back, and I'm loving the chase.
All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to the video. So I do want to reinforce the fact that I put a medical disclaimer in that intro. Let you guys know I'm not a freaking doctor, okay? If you guys are considering trying or doing any of these things, please seek the attention of a medical professional first. That's not me, and he is not I. So please take that into account. Use this video for education, entertainment only. Whether you're driving to work, you want to listen to some dude talk about gym-related shit, well, here I am. So let's kind of discuss a little bit about Ostarine. What exactly is Ostarine? Okay, Ostarine is a SARM, a selective androgen receptor modulator that's going to bind to your androgen receptors, yada 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 yada. I've mentioned this in so many videos, so you guys should know by now if you guys are regular viewers. But to the newer people, it's going to enhance what these androgen receptors in your body are capable of doing, because it binds to them and it allows them to, increase anabolic and androgenic activity, etc. But why is Ostarine something that I personally favor? More so for athletic performance, okay? Ostarine is extremely good for your joints. And that's where I kind of categorize it more as a superior SARM in that respect. Okay, so the anabolic or steroidal version of something like this would probably be deca. Deca is really good for your joints, but again, most people rather settle for SARMs because they don't want to take that poisonous and toxic route of going into anabolic steroids. But one thing that I do have to kind of make clear to the viewership and to the audience, because again, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only, we know more about anabolics than we do about SARMs, okay? Anabolics have been around for 60 plus years and have been used by athletes for athletic performance, muscle gains, bodybuilding, and aesthetics. We currently do know the long-term effects of most of these anabolic steroids. So you know that you're going to grow a third horn if you use tren 30 years ago. We know what's going to happen. Okay, with most of these SARMs, they've only been around for 10, 20-ish so years. Most of that time was in clinical trials, which it never got released to the public. Now it's only available legally to purchase for animal testing, not for human consumption. So we do not know what's going to happen to you 40 years from now if you took Rad 140 or Ostarine, etc. So in my opinion, again, and I can't advise anyone to do anything, but in my opinion, I believe deca would be the smarter choice if you're looking for something for joint health. Now Ostarine, let's be a little devil's advocate here. Ostarine is actually the SARM that has the most clinical study background behind it. So we know more about Ostarine than about any other SARM, just because it's had more studies and trials. So there's more research data behind Ostarine than anything else. So it has a very good safety protocol or profile compared to many other SARMs. That's the one thing that we can take from that. And in terms of athletic performance, it's extremely good for your joints. And probably the next best thing in terms of overall health would probably be GW, Cardarine, which I'll make a separate video on that. It's just very good for your lipid profile, cholesterol, etc., and it gives you good stamina. Excuse me. Oh, excuse. So those two in conjunction, Cardarine and Ostarine, would be very good for a young athlete, in my opinion. Again, I can't recommend the usage just because it's YouTube and the whole legality thing. I can only suggest, in my opinion, in a hypothetical other planet or world or universe, what would be the ideal choice for this. So take, for instance, GW. This will increase like your stamina, your ability to run harder and faster without experiencing exhaustion. So GW would be a very good compound for someone who's doing like cross country, etc., you know, again, an untested athlete. And now you take Ostarine. Ostarine is very good for your joints. So those two in conjunction, you have joint protection, less joint pain, a good amount of synovial fluid. You know, your joints have fluid in them, so you're able to have less impact or damage on your joints from repetitive motion. Ostarine definitely is a compound that, in my eyes, is good for overall joint health. Okay, now let's put this back into like a bodybuilding perspective. In terms of a power lifter or someone who's constantly lifting heavy weights, etc., having healthy joints is going to be good. Okay, you're not going to have dry joints and tendons. You know, you typically will tear a muscle when your tendons get dry and they snap. So obviously, you know, I'm going to say for a weightlifter or a bodybuilder, Ostarine is definitely really good for your joints, you know. And being that this is YouTube, I can't recommend or tell you guys to do it, but in a hypothetical universe, abiding by YouTube guidelines here, you know, it would be something that in theory would be beneficial to power lifters and bodybuilders. And whether it's worth it for you to try Ostarine or not, that's something you have to weigh out in your own head at your own risk. I'm only presenting this information to you that it's very good for your joints. So you got to kind of just analyze your lifestyle. Are you someone who likes to go outdoors, likes to do stuff out in the wilderness, likes to go hiking, a lot of you know, actively social things? You go kayaking, you do this or that, rowboat, you know, whatever, bowling, you know, golfing, something with repetitive motion. This would be, you know, beneficial in that sense that you're not going to have joint issues. Or if you have an active job, you know, you work in a warehouse, construction like me, etc., this may be something that you could open your eyes to and potentially look at in terms of helping you out in that regard. So I hope this video helped you guys out and kind of helped shed some light on some of the possibilities of things that you guys could do in order to improve your quality and standard of life. If you felt like this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm your boy Jersey Flex, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Roll that fucking outro. Boom.